Yeah?
Hello, it's Paul here to do the
Hello,
video.
Paul. Welcome to my domain. Come on, have a seat, please.
I have to ask permission now to come into the WonderLAB, which is quite right too.
Of course, Paul.
Hello and welcome to the channel. So my name is Paul Mackay from Analogue WonderLAB, and here is Marina from Analogue WonderLAB and If We Film. And we're here today to do two things. One is give you another update on the lab. Hopefully the room has changed a little bit since we last sat down. And two, we want to get into a little more details on the second thing that the WonderLAB is going to really focus on, which is
Organisation.
organisation. So we'll share a little bit more details on that as well. So let's start with an update. Marina, last time we sat down, it was an empty room. It was a different table. And you said that 80% of things or 70% of things were on order. So what's happened?
Well, lots of funny things have happened during these periods that we haven't seen each other. Well, the equipment, the things that we ordered pretty much arrived. The best thing that arrived is this fella over here. That's the love of my life.
Sorry, Alex.
Yeah, sorry. I mean, it's not a glamorous thing to say, but to be honest, we had a really hard time to get the love of my life here, actually, in this room. So yeah, it arrived last week, but then it took another week to get it up here because we need like 4 men to get it here. Like, it was obviously,
I was on holiday for all of this, so I got an excited text on the Monday, I was away for a week, saying, the film process is here, and then a call in the afternoon saying, it doesn't fit through the doors and we can't get it up the stairs. So the door frames have been removed, and then how many removal companies did you phone?
37 removal companies.
37. To persuade someone to send a team for what, for removal companies is a very small job, but for us was a very important and big job.
Yeah, I mean, the main thing was its weight. The weight of the film processor ET is 222 kilograms, which is quite a lot. So that's pretty much the reason that removal company said, no.
So then I got on my way into work, first day back from holiday, I was driving, and I didn't really know much about this drama. I just saw a text pop up on my phone from Emma saying, there's a lot of hench men here, smiley face. Great, okay. Turns out it's for this. So yeah, so we finally have it upstairs. There is a pile of boxes, chemicals, reels over there. There's this table, there's computers, and over here, hopefully in shot, there's some clothes hangers for when we do a fashion show.
Yeah, for sure.
So yes, things are going well. So what's next on your list?
The next thing on my list is to pretty much get these. Well, I've got this one and another film processor, which is at the dark room. Just get them up and running basically this week. That's going to be my focus.
And that's easy. You just plug it in, right? To the plug in the wall.
No, Paul. No. I wish, but no.
Yeah, we're having lots of fun with electricians and with plumbers and osmosis systems, because the water needs to be steady temperatures but also purified, filtered basically as well, so that your films are processed in the most beautiful Buckinghamshire water available. So lots of fun. So the next time we sit down, the machines hopefully will be plugged in, there'll be a little bit more in the background, and also we might be able to show a little bit of the dark room that is also being built, but requires a lot of custom work, shelving, painting, plumbing, sinks.
Yep.
All good. And how are we feeling about September?
We're still pretty optimistic,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
We're very lucky that when we say all these things that are happening, we're actually next door to a company that specialises in office refurbishments, which is a godsend. So yes, we have a new best friend, don't we? That
yes.
we've already visited at least once today. So that's the update. We'll obviously do a lot more on social. Emma is building reels like nobody's business in the background as well. So follow us along on Instagram if you want to see sort of more of the day-to-day fun and games that we're doing. Right, organisation.
Yep.
So we talked about environmental and sustainability last week, which is brilliant. Organisation. One thing I wanted to quickly touch on before we get into it is I got a couple of comments last week about asking what other labs do. I mean, from our point of view, Marina's worked for 7 years all over the world and seen a lot of practices on environment, on organisation and on community, which we'll do in the future, that range from excellent to, frankly, terrible and everything in between. So I'm sure that when we talk about things, there'll be labs in the UK, there might be labs you use that are already doing some of these things, or all of them, which is obviously absolutely fantastic. We can't comment on that, we can only learn from the things Marina has seen and frankly obsess over the things that we want to get right. So that being said, organisation. When you think about trying to have an organised lab, what does that mean to you?
Well, for me it's another key point to think about, because I mean you have to have like a system that makes sense. I mean, and it's whether like organizing the tasks that are going to be performed, like knowing like what you need to do each time that you receive a film. Because if you don't have organized the things, then you're probably going to end up not losing, but mixing up orders that could cause delays, or as I said before, even worse, losing films, and we don't want that really. So yeah, so basically it's like having everything super clear to everyone here and stuff, and even, well, to know that you're gonna be like, that your films are going to be handled with like really care, a good care. So that's for me like organization, to have everything that makes sense, organized and efficiently like put all together.
So for me, I mean, when we talked about this, the first reaction is, well, that's common sense surely, and if we were doing a couple of films, then it would be easy enough to track. But I think, as with everything, when things scale and complexity goes into it, and we'll share more about which processes and things we'll be offering right from the start soon when we've locked it in, things that seemed common sense with a few films, when you have 100 films in a room, suddenly are critical. Have there been any funny stories you've seen in labs before that have just been like, how is that a thing?
You know, it sounds like a very silly thing to say, but even for example, this like little detail, like not having like the buckets where you put all the orders organized, you're going to end up like having mixed orders. For example, like let's say that you got we receive a black and white film, and let's say that we put that black and white film into a different bucket, the bucket in which the orders need to be scanned. But then it needs to be developed first. So it's like, it doesn't make sense. For example, like these silly things can cause delays and could cause like major problems in the end. So I experienced quite a lot of problems like for not having the things organized. So that's what I'm really like obsessed about, like having everything clear, organized, everything, so everyone knows what to do and what are all the things that are here meant to be. So yeah.
And again, this is something that hopefully you won't actually need to see many of the details of, because for you, the point will be, you send your films to us and they are developed, scanned, returned accurately, beautifully and quickly. And I think this is just for us sharing some of the thinking and real detail that goes into that. The other thing obviously that we have is we also need to integrate it into what we do with selling your new films. And actually Marina, I've asked Marina to spend a day as a warehouse worker next week, with supervision from Mary, I think, to understand exactly how that works, because it's the same thing. It seems really common sense how you organise a warehouse, but when you go from a couple of orders a day to hundreds, tiny things make such a difference, and if you lose 20 seconds per order on this thing, across a day, across a week, that can add another day to dispatch. So Marina is also going to spend a day packing your orders in order to understand that side, so that again, for you guys, you buy film, you buy processing from us, it all happens beautifully in the background. Meanwhile, we're running around making sure that that's right. So that's really what we mean by organisation. There's also some things, while Marina is obsessing over where tables sit and where pockets are labelled and this and that, and how it then goes back into the postal bags to get back to you, I'm also obsessing over the website flow, because what I want to make sure is that from an organisation point of view, if you have films that you want pushed to stops with this developer, I want to make sure that the shadows are lifted slightly. Marina, please crop it in this way. Scan the sprocket. All of that kind of things, that's available. But if you're coming either as a beginner or with a film that doesn't need any of that, it's super simple to just say, hey, develop this film for me, send me some scans, I want them on Instagram. So there's a lot to be done there, because the way that we could build the website could be really complex really soon, and then we lose the simplicity. So that also for me falls into this plan. For you guys, hopefully, all you see is a website that really works well for you, but that at the moment is a current obsession as well. How do we bundle developing and films together that makes sense? How will that flow through the post? Blah, blah, blah. Lots of fun. Anyone who works in logistics will be like, yeah, this is sexy talk, this is exactly what we do. And it's another part of the job that maybe when you start thinking about a lab, you wouldn't necessarily think about, but fortunately Marina did right from the start, her number 2 priority, so lots to be done. There we go, so we're going to have an organised week. We're going to be making lots of friends with electricians and plumbers and painters, and the next time we sit down, this room will look
better.
Even more glamorous.
Yeah.
And that's it. Anything else to say, Marina?
No, just...
Oh, hang on, other update.
Yes.
Oh, yes. 5 years in the making. It's my 30th birthday to myself, and yes, I am 34. It took me a while to organise. So now I can join the cool crew. What's your favourite tattoo?
My favourite tattoo is this one.
Oh, the If We Film logo.
The If We Film logo.
That is beautiful. And who tattooed that?
My partner, Alex.
So the next time he visits, we'll have to have a drop-in session.
Yeah.
We'll get Emma with the Analogue WonderLAB logo across her face or something simple like that. Thanks so much. That's all from us, and we will see you again shortly.
Very soon.
Bye.
All right.